Today's topic of discussion is primary and secondary factors affecting on deterioration of crude drug. Factors can be primary factors or secondary factors. Primary factors are temperature, moisture, sunlight, and air. Example of temperature is absorbent cotton. Absorbent cotton contains fatty acids. If it is exposed to temperature, then it gets reoriented and absorbent cotton becomes the non-absorbent cotton. Example of moisture, digitalis, if the moisture content goes above 5%, then the enzymes get activated and the contents get degraded. Again, the example is field. For the moisture, it contains mucilage, and if it comes in contact with the moisture, then it causes the stickiness, and because of that, the activity of the mucilage or the squill gets degraded. Worm seeds, if it is exposed to sunlight, the constituent which is present in it, xanthonin, it's become dark in color. Same is the example with rhubarb. If rhubarb is stored in the clear jar, its yellow color is converted into reddish color. Rancidification or resinification happens if the drug is exposed to air and the oxygen present in the air, which causes the resinification and rancidification. Linseed, if it gets exposed to oxygen, resinifications happen, and cod liver oil, if it is exposed to air, the oxygen causes the degradation of vitamins and the unstable peroxides are formed. Then secondary factors, if we do not take care of primary factors like temperature, moisture, if we do not protect, then this moisture will help the secondary factors to grow on the drug, and because of that, degradation or deterioration will happen. So secondary factors are like bacteria and molds, then the beetle, mites, etc. Bacteria and molds, Bacillus proteus, it is found that it creates the red patches on the crude drug, and species of Eurotium, Mucor, Rhizopus, Penicillium, Asparagus, Saccharomyces, E. coli, Salmonella, all these are reported to cause the deterioration of crude drug. Coming to beetles, there are 250,000 species of beetle, and out of this, 600 species are reported to attack on the crude drug. These species are either attacking on the crude drugs or they are attacking on the packaging material. Some of the species of the beetle attacking on the wooden or the paper material. Examples are Calendra granaria. What does it do? They make the hole to seeds or the fruits and enter in the seeds of fruits and lay the egg inside. Cigar beetle affects licorice and ginger. Common furniture beetle, it attacks on the packaging material, and once the packaging material is attacked by these beetles, then the content present inside that packing material may get exposed to the primary factors like temperature or moisture, and it can degrade the constituents. Then the rust red flower beetle, it attacks on the rhubarb, and it gives a lingering pungent odor to rhubarb. And one more, Diptera, found in the receptacles of arnica flower, and which causes the deterioration of arnica. Then the moths, they are generally in the larvae stage. They attacks on the drug and degrade the drug. Examples are Tinea zea, in a larval stage attacks aconite, capsicum, ergot, rhubarb, and linseed. Then some of the species attacks on the groundnuts or the coca, tobacco, mustard, ginger, and many more. Mites are also responsible. Cheese mite, flour mite, they affects on the ergot, linseed, and other crude drugs. So we must take care and protect the drug from primary and secondary factors so that we can prevent the deterioration. So how we can prevent the deterioration? By some of the ways. We can expose the crude drug at 60 degrees Celsius, and because of this heat or the temperature, deterioration or the beetles or everything, they will not attack on the drug. Generally, what we do at home, we expose the grains to exposed to sunlight for a day, and then we feel it. So we protect it for a year. The same way we can expose the crude drugs and then we can store it. If it is in large lot, then we can do the fumigation with the help of methyl bromide or ethylene oxide. If it is a small lot, and if we can put chloroform, 1 or 2 drop in that, if it is properly airtight. Of course, we cannot add chloroform in each and every crude drug, but wherever possible, we can put chloroform drop and we can protect the crude drug. If possible, do not store it in the paper or the wooden boxes, because there are more chances of the attacks of the insects if we use paper and the wooden boxes. The drug which absorb moisture, put the dehydrating agents and frequently change the dehydrating agent. Always keep the drug in the airtight container and at the dry and cool place. Ideally, the temperature should be above the freezing point, but it is not possible for all the drugs. So we should keep the drug at the cool place as possible. An example is the eggs of the species of Eluta